What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, check this out, man. So I made a video talking about how Google Stadia is now fully supported by Android TV, and I played it on my Android NVIDIA Shield TV Pro, and it ran perfectly, right? And then it's gonna come out on Chromecast. It's coming out on Google TVs. It's gonna be coming out on Android TVs. Listen, this the whole thing about this, right? I don't know where this narrative came from that Google Stadia is dead. Because obviously, if you see the moves that Stadia is making, they're not dead at all. They are one step ahead of what Microsoft is trying to do. And you have to pay attention to Microsoft. You have to pay attention to Microsoft. If a company like Microsoft sees the value in cloud gaming, right? And you have all these other companies popping up with cloud gaming, right? The two big juggernauts are going to be Google and Microsoft. As big as GeForce Now is, it's still limited, right? Microsoft announced that they weren't in competition with Nintendo and Sony. They said they were in competition with Amazon and Google. And I remember when I heard that, I was like, I made a video about it. I was like, that's so arrogant. Like, how are you going to say you're not in competition with Sony just mopped the floor with you last generation, right? Whether you agree or disagree, it is what it is. The PS4 is, you're not gonna, the PS4 is an amazing system. That's why when I tell people that I got a PS4 Pro instead of a PS5 and they want to make fun of me and they call me dumb and all sorts of stuff, I paid $200 for a PS4 Pro. And the PS4 is arguably one of the best consoles ever made, arguably has one of the best lineups ever. So how are you calling me dumb for paying $200 for that console when there's a lot of games on that system that I haven't played? And I stuck to my word. I went ahead and I got PS Now because I'm gonna be able to download those freaking PS4 games that I haven't played onto the console and play. I'm playing Ratchet and Clank right now on the PS4, and it looks and runs phenomenal. Okay. So with that being said, Microsoft came out and said, Xbox came out and said that they're in competition with Google and Amazon. And I remember I didn't understand because you don't know what you don't know. When you ain't at that level, there's levels to this. You don't know what you don't know. Cloud gaming is so amazing. This, I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't sure if I was gonna tell this story, but I'm gonna tell you what happened yesterday. Okay. So as you guys know, my family's here visiting, right? So I'm talking to mom, right? And she says to me, she's like, why do you have so many consoles? Why do you have so many systems? And I'm like, I really don't have that many. I was like, I actually got the Series X, the PS4 Pro. Upstairs, I have the NVIDIA Shield, Stadia, and then I got a PC. Okay, so I got 5 different platforms where I could play video games. And because of Stadia and Microsoft, my phone, if you want to count that as well, right? So I was like, okay, so sure. But I count Stadia as an entire platform, right? Okay, that just, you can move it around. So she looks at the Stadia controller and she's like, where's the box to that? And I saw an opportunity and my face lit up and I was like, oh, let me explain this to you, right? And I'm thinking to myself, let me see if I can explain this to someone who is definitely not a non-gamer. Like, the most games she's played is when we played together on the Wii U. We used to sit down and we used to play Super Mario Bros, right? Because Nintendo got that co-op, that couch co-op on lock. That family game stuff, that's Nintendo stuff. Nobody could touch that. But anyways, so that's as far as gaming goes, okay? For her. So I said, let me see if I can explain this to her. So I said, oh, this is a crazy new technology. Somebody sent this to me. Shout out to UMM2K. I said, the way this works is, you know what a Google Chromecast is, right? And we've had Google Chromecast before. She's like, yeah. I said, okay, so this is connected to the Google Chromecast and it streams video games from a cloud. So you just got to have internet and there's no box, nothing else that goes under it. It's literally just a controller. And to my surprise, she goes, let me see. Bet. Push the Stadia controller, changed the input on the TV, started playing the Division, and I showed her and I was like, look, what's really amazing about this technology is there is no input lag. Like the input lag is almost non-existent. Like you feel like you're playing on a console, and I'm playing and I'm shooting and everything, and I'm like, and it's literally just that dongle. So like if I wanted to travel with this, or I wanted to move this upstairs for whatever reason, like it's simple. You just boom, disconnect, boom, take it up. That's it. Like it's not a problem. But I don't even have to do that because with Google Stadia, you can play on different devices, and TVs are going to come preloaded with this. And I'm telling her that TVs are going to come preloaded with this the same way they got a Roku TV, right? I was like, the same way you guys got a Roku TV and it has stuff preloaded on it, like Netflix and all that stuff. This is going to be something that's going to be preloaded on Android TVs, on Google TVs. So literally all you have to do is, if you have a TV, is just get a controller and you're good. But it gets even better. Stadia works with multiple controllers. So, and as I'm explaining this to her, a person that's a non-gamer at all, her mouth is dropping. She's like, really? And I'm like, yes, really. All you have to pay for is the games. That's it. You no longer have to pay for the console. You just have to pay for the game. And then she hit me with one. So why did you buy those two consoles? I didn't have a good answer. I didn't have a good answer. I was like, well, let me just keep talking to you about this, right? And then after I finished playing Division and showed her whatever, right? I went ahead, went back to turned on the either the Xbox or the PlayStation so they could watch Netflix or whatever. And I said, but hey, check this out. And I turned around, I had my computer desk like adjacent to where my TV is, my little computer area. I went ahead, turned on the computer, went on to Stadia, logged on, and because it was less than 15 minutes from when I ended my session on Stadia, I popped it up on the screen. I was like, check this out. Grabbed the Xbox controller that's connected to my computer and started playing. And she was like, was that the same game? I was like, not only is it the same game, it's the same platform. And she was like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, that is pretty cool. Now, I know us as gamers, we don't want to accept it. We want to say that this thing is dead and all this other stuff, and we feel threatened. But listen, I shout out to my dude, the cowboy, Anthony, and now your mama knows. Shout out to you, my dude. Like, yo, he's a Stadia, the cloud, right? Oh man, right? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all need to go check out his channel. And now your mama knows. Literally, that's the name of his channel. He talks about Stadia. Just watch the videos where he's wearing a cowboy hat, because he's got a whole bunch of videos. He does everything. He vlogs everything. If the dude like cuts his toenails, he's gonna vlog it. But regardless, just go ahead, just watch his channel. But he talks about how Stadia is more next gen than these consoles. I mean, he to a certain extent, he's got a point. He's got a point. My biggest gripe with Stadia, is that you're making me pay $10 to play 4K and HDR when both these systems already give us 4K and HDR. And then if you say that you're paying the $10 because of the games that they give you and the discounts that they give you, since I've had it, I haven't seen anything as enticing to make me to make those $10 worth it. I don't. And playing at 1080p is perfectly fine. So especially when you're playing on the go, like why do you want 4K when you're playing on the phone or you're playing on your laptop screen or whatever? Like, so that's my only gripe is that the $10 subscription, and then you gotta pay for your games when you buy it as well. But it's only an option. The fact that it's free, you're still winning. So good job, Stadia. Good job. Stadia should have ran 4K without having to pay the $9.99. That's my opinion. You do that, now you really got something. But still, most people are probably gonna play it at 1080p because for me at least, that's where I get the best results. No lag, anything. The game still looks beautiful. But Stadia's not going anywhere, and they have a leg up on Microsoft right now. xCloud is not what Stadia is, but they're gonna try to do it. Stadia has to figure something out though, because the value proposition heavily favors xCloud. Because as soon as xCloud is up and running and runs perfectly, think about all the games that are already on there for you to try. The games on xCloud are way better than the games on Stadia. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't even try to argue that. That's not a good argument. But the technology is way better on Stadia. And anybody will tell you, if you play on the cloud and you play on Stadia, good luck trying to play on xCloud. Good luck. That's like playing a game at 60 and then going back playing at 30. You could do it, but you're not gonna enjoy it. You could do it, but you're not gonna enjoy it. Dog 1985, Stadia is not dead. Not even close. Just chill. Let's see what happens. The only thing that's gonna kill Stadia is gonna be Microsoft if they figure this out. But Stadia on its own, if Google gets rid of Stadia, I think it'll be one of the biggest mistakes they made. Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.